Thank you. Have a good one. Hi guys. So I'm realizing something. Hold on. Let me position myself correctly. I'm realizing something. That you guys don't actually know me. You guys don't actually know who I am. Which is like, I don't know why I didn't think about doing this before. But I'm going to do it now. This will be my introduction video into who Sweat with K is. The reason why I say that you guys don't actually know who I am is because I realize I've been getting the same question from people all week. And I'm going to answer them today. Yeah, it just hit me while I was driving today and running errands and dropping Luna off and doing all these things where I was just like, I had 4 people ask me the same question this week. And if they don't know, then you guys don't know. So we're going to sit together and chat for a little bit. You're going to listen to me chat, just like a little talking here and there. But yes. So first question. All right, hold on. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me all right? I wish somebody goes, yeah. Okay. ADHD is kicking in. Also, I had coffee and I haven't had coffee in 3 months. No, 3 years. I haven't had coffee in 3 years because I'm a matcha girly now. And I haven't had coffee. And I had coffee today because I was tired. But that's beside the point. Okay, question number 1. Número 1. Who is Sweat with K? Okay, so I am, you know, people who struggle with finding a balance between work, life, and fitness. Those busy women, those entrepreneurs, those corporate girlies, those moms who just don't seem to know how to balance. I'm who they come to for help. Within 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, years, I'm who they come to. And I really love working with women. I have guys. I ain't biased, okay? I have guys that I work with as well. But my main priority is women. Reason being is that as one myself, I know how life can sometimes get where it's just like binga, 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 where it just doesn't stop. And now you're falling off your own goals of making sure that you're staying up with your health, you're going to doctors, you're being active for 30 days. Like, we've all heard this. If you are a 90s baby, you remember when Nickelodeon used to tell you to go outside? It was for a reason, because your body literally needs 30 minutes of activity in order for you to suppress a certain age, in order for you not to deal with health issues, in order for you not to deal with heart issues. Like, there's a reason why they told us to go outside. I've dealt with it myself. As a corporate girly, I dealt with it myself multiple times where I would just fall off, get back on, fall off, get back on. And it mainly happened when I came home from college, obviously, because I'm working a job. But I realized someone's not teaching us how to balance it. And I took it upon myself to do that. Because why is nobody teaching us this? They're not even teaching us how to balance a checkbook, or let alone our taxes. So why should I expect somebody to actually teach us how to balance life, work, and being active? Okay, I wish I had another hand and have all 3 up. So I took it upon myself to do so. So business started in 2019. My dad really pushed me to start my business. So did my best friend Shanice. My best friend Shanice was like, "Girl, you've been working for people for too long. You letting people stress you out. You know, like, you're already doing this as a side gig and as side money, and you seem much more happier doing it, then you might as well do it." My dad has always been big about, like, make sure you do what you love. Make sure that when you wake up in the morning, you do something that you love. And I was like, okay. So I started my business in honor of my dad, and I called it Sweat with K in honor of my friend Shanice. That's what the S is for. And yeah, that was my start. I didn't have this grand old studio. I started in the basement of a church. And I loved it. I loved it. We had everything that we needed. I was seeing like 6, 7 people a night after my 8 to 4. I'm coming back at 5 and working all the way till 9, and I loved it. I loved it. But I realized in order for me to show people how to balance, I have to do it myself. And I was working out 5 to 6:30, shower, head down to work my job, come back, work people out. I didn't have all the time in the world, but I made it happen. And I figured out that this was what I love. Like, this was my baby. My business was my baby. And there was no going backwards. So I started my business. And I've been doing it ever since. We are 2019. We're in 2025, 6 years strong. Technically, I started teaching people and working people out in 2017. But we ain't gonna talk about that. That's another book. That was a little money. That wasn't much. It was a little money. That was my outgoing money. That was like, oh, we gonna party? We gonna do bottle service? All right. That was the money for it. But yes. So it's been 6 years. 6 years officially in July. No, 6 years officially. Yeah, in July. And it is something that I will encourage people to realize. Do something that you love. Obviously, it doesn't have to be fitness, but my words of advice is do something that you love, that when you wake up in the morning, it's not, okay? Even if that means you have to start working for somebody else, or, like, you got to fund your business, fund your passion, do so. But don't ever give up on something that you want to do just because of comfortability. I refused. Now, next question was, what got me into personal training? What got me into fitness in general? If I'm being honest, my mother. My mother didn't play no games, baby. That Dominican woman did not play no games about making sure that we were healthy to the core. Reason being is because her mother had passed away at an early age. I wouldn't say early. Because to me, you ain't old until you hit like 65. So she passed away prior to that. And my mother did not want me nor her to experience that. For her to have her kid have to deal with what she had to deal with at an early age. She didn't want that for me. And she didn't want that for herself. So I was a kid that went to the park and was doing sit-ups and pull-ups on the jungle gym. Yes, baby. Sit-ups and pull-ups. They don't... When you really think about it, it was child abuse. No, I'm kidding. It was my mom's way of saying, like, installing discipline, but also making it fun. So I didn't hate it. I loved it. One, it was time with my mom, time outside, time at the park. It was something that I looked forward to doing on weekends, especially when I got time with her. So that started very early. And she made sure that she put me in activities, self-defense classes, martial arts, basketball, gymnastics, like everything you can think of. My mother put me in it because she wanted me to be well-rounded, but she wanted me to find something that I really truly loved to do, and would keep me going. My mom was very big in sports. She ran track, she played basketball, and she played softball. The lady did it all. So as you can imagine, coming from a household where there's nothing but an athlete, you have kind of no choice but to be an athlete. Now, it wasn't forced upon me. It wasn't like, oh, you gotta do this. It was more like, do it and love it. If you don't love it, we'll find something else. But once again, like I said, she wanted me to be active in general. So I found my love and passion. I loved basketball. But I wasn't the absolute best at it. I'll give you that. I'll tell you that. I'll be completely honest. I wasn't the absolute best at basketball. I got a bad habit of double dribbling. Shoot me. I'm gonna just be honest. So I loved it, but didn't continue to play it. And then I fell in love with track in 6th grade, and it just spiraled into there. And then goes my track career. So fitness for me wasn't just okay, I'm gonna do this because it's trending, or I'm gonna do this because I don't feel good about myself. It was something that like literally was part of my lifestyle. And when I took steps back from it is when I didn't feel good mentally. Not even just physically, but mentally. I did not feel good at all. Second guessing myself, not second guessing my decisions, not having a social life. It did not put me in the right place. So I knew it was something that had to be part of my lifestyle because it tapped into my mental state every single time. So that is how I got into the fitness world. Just wanting to keep my mental health good, but also my body, the way my body looks is a plus. It's a bonus. It really is a plus. It really is a bonus. It's a bonus. But my mental health is what really mattered. And I noticed that it's very intuitive from an very early age. When I stopped running track in college is when I actually started to take going to the gym seriously, because I had no other outlet. Like, I was still running, but I wasn't running for a team. So I had, all right, let me go to the gym. Let me get myself together. Let me, feel good afterwards. That burn, that your endorphins take over, and it's telling your mind, it's bringing you to a happy place. Like, when I don't go to the gym, I miss the crabs just all day. When I do go to the gym, it's like, you ever see somebody skipping through a rainbow of medals and fields, and they just mad, happy? That was me. That was me. And it's always been like that. So I decided to continue. I'm just being honest with y'all. Now, third question, and I thought it was interesting that I got this, was how did I get into social media? So a lot of people don't know this. Social media was my minor in college. It was supposed to be photography. It was actually social media because it was on the uprise. And I saw how it was going to integrate with our lives. It started to slowly become like news. And I just wanted to be, be a part of it. Like, what are we doing on here? What are we experiencing? Why are we exploring? Like, that's all I wanted to do. I started my Instagram, my personal Instagram, in 2011? No. Jeez, I'm about to show my age. 2010. 2010 I started it, and I shut it down because I was like, this is boring. And then brought it back up in 2012. Right before I graduated high school. And baby, I loved it. Things had changed. And I also loved Twitter. Twitter was like my go-to because I get to rant. As y'all can see, I don't love talking to people, but I love talking to people. Letting people hear me is what I enjoyed. But like I said, my original minor was supposed to be photography. So I love taking pictures, love showing it to people, getting that aspect and people seeing me. It was what I loved about Instagram. So I just slowly started to fall into it. And my personal page, which is no longer around now, was just like private people got to see bits and pieces of me. Now my page, my branding page, like my business page, my baby, my other little baby, is more for wellness, fitness, motivation, inspiration. I no longer give workouts out on Instagram. Like, I give sometimes a few here and there, just because I don't want people to fall into the habit of following people on social media and following their routine and thinking that's the perfect routine for you, or following something that they see and getting injured. I heard a lot of that when people started to come to me. They're like, yo, I follow so-and-so and I'm getting this workout, but this is how I got injured. I didn't get an explanation. I didn't get, and it's like, I don't want people to come to my page and think that's what they're going to get. Reach out to me. Text, call, DM. Let me know what it is that you need help with. Because yes, the internet is for information and education, but it also can be very misguided. And I'm not the one for that. Like, I am not the one that's going to give you false information, trick you, lie to you. Like, I'm a very transparent person. And I hold myself to the core. One of my friends that I went out with, she's my friend now. But after my move, I made a friend here at the gym, ironically enough. Perfect. And we went out last night, and she was talking about how she loves my social media, and she loves it in general because it's actually who I am. I'm not on there presenting myself as this perfect person, as this aesthetically pleasing person. As she was like, you are OCD, you have ADHD, you're creative, you're fun, and sometimes you're losing your mind. And you can see that all in the gym. I was just like, damn, she knows me already. But I pride myself on being authentic and genuine as possible. Because when you have somebody who is willing to guide you, show you, love on you, it's different from somebody who has no idea who you are, what your story is, what your why is, but here's this to do. So my social media has always been about, here, I'm giving me on a silver platter every single day. I'm not giving you all of me, though. I'm a little private, too. I'm still a little private. Certain aspects about my life is very private. But I'm going to share my trials and my tribulations. I'm going to share my struggles. I'm going to share, what I see people struggling with the hopes that it will help more people, one, be honest with themselves, but also come for help. I got into social media to make sure that the impact I'm already making with some of these women and my clients continues to spread throughout others. And if I'm being honest, my social media wasn't a cry for help for me. It was more of, how do I put this? It's okay to ask for help. Okay, she's going through this, and she's telling us that she's going through this. Let me see if I can ask her for help. Me being honest is for you to know that when you talk to me, I'm going to be honest with you from the get-go. But you can still ask for help. Because if I don't know the answer, I promise you I'm going to tell you I don't know the answer. But I'm going to get you the answer. I'm going to ask the people who are in my circle, in my support team. I'm going to ask them questions. I got 3 doctors that I go to that I ask questions about certain body parts. If I don't know it, if I don't know the rehab, and I don't know, I'm going to ask them. Physical therapists, chiropractors, actual doctors. Listen, my doctor that worked with my knee, my MCL, my ACL, strong Iron Man, Dr. Matzel. My surgeon, Dr. Marks. I didn't go to people who did not have just the specialty, but understood the body. And that's why I make sure that when it comes to my clients and the people who are asking me questions, I'm going to go to that same information. I'm going to go to the people that know versus you going to the internet and being misguided. So social media for me was about presenting myself as I am and allowing you to understand that it's okay to ask this crazy lady for help. But yeah, so those were the 3 questions I got from 4 different people this week. 2 in the gym, 1 outside the gym, and 1 on social media. And I felt like it was time to answer these questions. It was time for you guys to know a little bit more about me. But yeah, So that's my little spin, my little rant, my little 20 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Enjoy listening to me tell my truths. If you have questions, I am going to put this out there now. If you have questions, if you need advice, if you need help, I'm not going to sit there and tell you I'm your fairy godmother. I got one goddaughter, and that's what I am for her. But I'll be a helping hand. I'll be a helping hand as best as possible. And if you need someone who is going to show you how to move your body, learn how to move your body, treasure and adore and respect the process of your body, I'm here for you. Every step of the way. So, guys, make sure that you share, like, and subscribe. Is that what everybody says? Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Am I really a YouTuber now? Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Make sure you go out in the world and you tell somebody that they look beautiful today. That's most important. And make sure that you spend a little bit of time with yourself today, whether it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. If this was your time to spend with yourself, I am proud of you. If you haven't already heard it today, yesterday, this week, this month, I'm proud of you. And I really hope to see you guys soon. And yeah, I love you. Bye, besties.